what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since I uploaded a video. Haven't really touched this much. Been doing some stuff with the kids and the family, and we went to a monster truck show. I'll probably have a video of that on my other channel, Daddy Bravo. Go check it out. And I think the link is in the description. And we played a trick on my son. I told him I was going to take him with me to go cut wood at Grandma's house, and then we surprised him with a monster truck show. And now we're working on this thing. I've been kind of putzing because I've been working out some things with ordering parts, and we got parts rolling in now. I do have a matching set of twins now, 2 GT45s. So this is from the truck. I had this on the Ranger. It's just been sitting in a box. And then I made a post on Facebook asking if anybody wanted to trade the GT35 that was on here that came with the car for a GT45, and someone found it right away, probably within a couple hours of posting, and then we traded. He sent it to me, no questions asked. I sent it to him. We're all happy. Still have this On3 Performance with the seemingly bent shaft. Well, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but do have a matching set of twins. They're probably going to be leggy as hell, but I really don't care. It's just kind of cheap. It's not going to add any cost to the build. But now what I want to start working on is getting the transmission bolted up so the engine is in the correct position and building the turbo kit. I also have to figure out how I'm going to get this fuel cell in the trunk. So I was just messing with it for probably 20 minutes, and I'm not able to actually get the thing in the trunk completely with the bars that are in here. So I'm definitely gonna have to cut this bar out. I did kind of massage this in to get it a little bit closer, but this bar does catch on the little mounting tabs that are on the back of this thing. So gonna have to do some modification there, but I think I might wait on starting to do some of the fuel system until I can actually get some pieces of sheet. So what I want to do is get some more sheet metal like this and kind of make a plate over this, because this kind of looks like crap anyways. So I'll have to modify that thing, figure out where I want to put the bracing. Honestly, the way that the thing is sumped, because it's so big, like it has a little sump on the bottom, I might have to modify the chute mount. It does have the parachute mount, so I might have to modify this a little bit to make some room for the sump and the lines to come out. But speaking of fuel system, I do have all the fuel lines and everything starting to come in, so I'm gonna do like a -10 feed to the MagnaFuel 4303, which is what I ended up going with. Biggest pump I think I'll ever need in my life. I'll probably never even get close to using half of this. But I did do like -8, so I'm gonna do -10 to the pump, -8 to the rails, and that should be good enough for now. So got some parts starting to roll in. I did order almost everything I think that I need for the car. I'm sure there's going to be some stuff coming up, but I did get like a different oil pan, fuel regulator, wideband, V-band for the turbo, wastegates, all the fittings for the feed and drain, fuel rails. I think that's it. Oh, and I bought a TCI shifter. So it's the shifter, I'm trying to put my phone back in my pocket here. It's the shifter that actually has the 2 buttons on it. So I'll be able to use a button for like the trans brake and the bump, because I'm going to put a trans brake on it. So it's a TCI shifter with the 2 buttons. So got all that stuff ordered, on the way, should be here over the next couple days. I didn't order anything from overseas, I don't think. I've been trying not to do that lately with trying to build stuff quickly. I've been spending a little more and not buying it overseas, so I can actually get it in like a few days instead of waiting a couple weeks. So what I think I might start working on today is getting the engine out. Maybe we'll start there. Getting the engine out, because what I want to do is get the thing, like I said, in the right position so I can actually start building the turbo kit. And I think I have some piping. I might not have any piping. We'll see. I did get a new engine hoist. While I wasn't uploading, I was building this thing. I spent the day on that. Not a whole day, but you know what I mean. I ended up giving I think I talked about it in another video, I ended up giving my other hoist to my friend. So my other one, I ended up smashing it, and I welded a new wheel on, and it was kind of like when you pull it, it would go sideways. And you guys probably know, because I fought with this thing a lot and I always complained about it. So he ended up getting a 5.3 now for his 68 C10, 68-ish C10, and not exactly sure when he'll get it mounted, but he borrowed my hoist the other day, and we unloaded the thing, and I was like, hey, why don't you just keep it, and I'll buy a new one. So he's got that thing now, but we got a new one. The wheels should go straight, so I'm happy about that. And let's get these fenders and bumper back off. We'll pull this hunk of turd out and get started. Alright, so it's actually the next day now. Did a little welding project for a friend who had an exhaust leak. So got this thing on its way out. I do have a couple broken exhaust studs, so I'll have to do the whole welder washer on and get the crap out of there. My MIG welder is out of gas though after the welding I was doing yesterday, so might actually have a problem with that welder because I just filled that bottle and now it's empty, so I wonder if the valve is sticking or something. But gonna take this off. Hopefully these other ones don't crack. I might toss some heat at them before I try to get them out, but this one is broken, so I'll have to weld that one too. But the plan is to get this thing out, and I want to get the torque converter off so I can actually mount it to the transmission, get the transmission in there mounted to the engine so it's in the right position, and then start welding up the turbo kit tonight. Okay, so I guess I'll give you an update before I go too far without recording anything. So I got the 400 bolted on. I don't have torque converter or flex plate or anything on there. This is just to mock it up. So I ended up going with the other 5.3 that I have. So you can see that I have this little guy down there. That was the one that was in the car with the broken studs on it. So what I did was I took this one off the stand because this is the one that was in the 350Z, and before I went to the aluminum block. So I took the 350Z oil pan off of it, and this one I know is already good and running and everything's all cleared out. So just gonna use that one. Pretty much the same engine, so who really cares? So now I'm gonna toss this thing in there. Alright guys, it is officially in there. However, it is approximately past my bedtime, so I'm gonna leave it like this for today. It took me a long time to get this thing in there. For some reason, it was very difficult to get the bolts in. I ended up having to take the thing completely back out after I fought with it for a while. Couldn't get the bolts to line up, then pulled the whole thing out, put the mount bracket on, and then I had to reposition the hoist and everything to get it to go back far enough to get the bolts in, to get it to go on there. So it didn't take that long after I decided how I wanted to do it. I just fought with it for a really long time, so I don't have a lot of time tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this video. Sorry it's not too exciting, but tomorrow after work I will come home and get a new bottle for my welder. For some reason that thing ran out already in my MIG. I only used it for like 10 minutes and it was empty. So I'm gonna come home, get that, put some of the accessories back on, and then start welding up the turbo kit and hopefully have them mounted by tomorrow. It shouldn't be too bad because I'm just gonna do the manifolds forward and then do a little schwink up and then mount the turbos here and then probably dump out the fender. That's what I want to do. That should be the quickest. I will pull the fender, everything off, remount the intercooler so I know where to put the piping, but should be coming pretty quick over the next couple days. I would guess hopefully by the weekend. Today is Monday, tomorrow will be Tuesday. Hopefully by the weekend I will have the turbo kit done, and yeah, that'd be a pretty good goal. I mean, it's not much left after the turbo kit. Do the fuel system and then wiring. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one.